I didn't put the camera in our home because I doubted her loyalty. I did it because I needed reality to confront me without mercy. That morning, she handed me a cup of coffee wearing the same polished expression she used at elegant gatherings. Her phone vibrated twice. She subtly angled the screen away from me. I didn't ask who was texting. By then, quiet had become the only language we spoke without effort. When I left the apartment, I didn't head to my workplace. Instead, I stopped several blocks away, opened my laptop inside the car, and waited for the live video stream from China, the device hidden inside the living room clock. At first, nothing moved. Sunlight drifted through the expensive curtains, calm and deceptive, like the pause before a storm. She opened the door, and her boss stepped inside. He was the type of man whose confidence announced itself through tailored suits, heavy cologne, and the certainty of someone unused to refusal. He leaned in and kissed her without hesitation. She returned it just as easily. That was when my lungs forgot how to work, not from pain, but from sudden understanding. We had crossed paths 6 years earlier. I was reserved, methodically building my company one decision at a time. She was radiant, commanding attention wherever she went. She admired my steadiness, my discipline. I was drawn to how she made life feel larger, brighter. I gave her a world that sparkled luxury cars, exotic trips, a penthouse overlooking the city. In return, she wrapped deception in humor and warmth. When her career took off, I applauded louder than anyone. I ignored the warning signs, her boss's name appearing too often. Meetings that stretched late into the night, the shift from our money to my money. One night, she left her laptop open. A message glowed on the screen, 3 words that seared into my memory. Can't wait tomorrow. Wasn't the sentence itself. It was when it arrived. I was traveling that night. I didn't challenge her. I didn't shout. I didn't demand answers. I prepared. I began quietly rerouting funds through an account she never checked. Building a hidden structure beneath our shared life, I contacted a trusted friend, an IT specialist, to install a concealed camera inside a decorative clock she had purchased. Herself. There was something poetic about that. Then I waited. Days bled into weeks. With every lie she told, my smile became more convincing. I began to understand how betrayal works. Traitor doesn't only deceive others, they rehearse their lies to themselves daily. The recordings no longer shocked me. His hands on her waist, their laughter, their closeness. It all became evidence, not emotion. Until the 5th day. After he left, she didn't relax on the couch. She walked straight into my office, the one place that still felt sacred to me. She opened a drawer, removed documents detailing my companies, finances, and reached for her phone. She called my business partner, the only one I had. Using that gentle, affectionate voice I once trusted, she told him I was planning illegal offshore transfers. She was framing me. That was when sorrow disappeared and something far colder settled in. Revenge isn't fueled by anger. It's guided by accuracy. Over the next month, I dismantled her fantasy quietly and efficiently. First, I created a misleading paper trail transactions that appeared questionable but traced back to her. Then I arranged a private meeting with her boss, pretending I wanted to discuss a partnership. I recorded everything, he bragged openly. Convinced he had power over me through her. I listened, smiled, and shook his hand. 2 weeks later, I ended it. There was no dramatic showdown. It was exact. She arrived home one night, wine glass in hand, expecting emptiness. Instead, I played the footage on the television. Every moment. Every secret. Every act of betrayal. She went completely still. Like every liar, she tried to redirect the blame, accusing me of crossing boundaries. I laughed once. You ruined something you never understood, I said. Then I delivered the final strike. Her company had received an anonymous message containing proof of confidential leaks involving her and her boss. The board had already suspended him. Recording of his arrogance ensured that outcome. By morning, she had lost her position, her standing, and her lawyer's faith. By nightfall, I had filed for divorce. Assets locked, counts rerouted. her financial history tainted by her own ambition. She didn't cry, just stared like someone who finally realizes the game was never in their favor. 2 days later, I left the penthouse stripped of everything valuable except the clock. The same clock that had silently witnessed her undoing. Sometimes I remember sitting alone in my car, watching my life unravel through a screen. But that moment didn't destroy me. It reshaped me. People claim revenge leaves you empty. You're mistaken. When done right, it's precise. It's clean. And it restores order where disorder once thrived.